So once again, good evening. My name is Jennifer Marcellus. I'm with the Office of School Choice. And tonight we're going to talk about where you begin with the process of considering schools for the next year. So if anyone is new to Florida, Florida is a choice state. And basically that means that parents have the right to tell districts what their preferred school will be, with the knowledge that placement is based on seat availability in each of our schools. Duval County uses a lottery with priorities, which we'll discuss next month, and seats are assigned by grade level. Each building, as you can imagine, each house has a limited capacity. The same is true with our schools. Each school has a limited capacity, and so we cannot place students in seats that don't exist. It is easiest, the most seats are available in grades K, 6, and 9, which of course makes sense because that is when our elementary, middle, and high schools, the grade levels that they start with. And as you would imagine, if a family is happy with a school and a child is excited to be at a school, there's no reason for them to leave once they start moving up the grade levels at any given school. So choices are aplenty in Duval County. Of course, your most frequently selected school is a family's zoned attendance area school. We also have magnet schools, special transfer option schools. We have Duval Virtual Instructional Academy. And for our high school students, we have a high school acceleration program, which is administered and it's overseen by our high school acceleration program. Their lottery is similar to ours. No, I'm sorry. They do it based on a rubric. Their application process is similar to ours in that they do their application process through Focus. So that program is primarily for rising ninth grade students. So we'll start off by talking about magnet schools. For our magnet schools, transportation is provided based on your transportation zone. And we do ask parents to look in their school reference guide, which is available online through our school choice website for transportation information. In addition to, this is a good time of year to call transportation if you have questions about bus stops and what transportation would look like for your child if you decided to apply to a magnet school. For our magnet schools, we have two types of magnet schools. We have dedicated and non-dedicated magnet schools. The dedicated magnet schools have no neighborhood population. And so that means that every child who is sitting in that magnet school, such as a Stanton or a Paxton, all those children apply to that school regardless of where they live in Duval County. A non-dedicated magnet school would be something like Holiday Hill, which is one of our elementary schools. It is a gifted and talented magnet school. So for that program, all children in that magnet school receive the magnet programming. However, only the children who apply to the school, whether they be neighborhood schools, main neighborhood children, or if they're magnet children coming from a different zone, those children who are magnet students will receive a priority if they elected to participate in the lottery for 6th grade. So that is the difference between dedicated and non-dedicated magnet schools. And some of our middle schools and high schools are also non-dedicated magnet schools. As a side note, families may make up to 2 magnet school choices when they complete the application for the lottery. Here is a brief overview of all the programs that we offer here in Duval County. I'm not going to read them to you, but I'll give you a minute to reflect. As you can see, we have a wide variety of programming here in Duval County. Now, special transfer option schools, the main difference, well, there are two main differences. One is transportation. Transportation will always be the responsibility of a parent or guardian for our special transfer option schools. The second difference is that there is no program continuity or priority to a different school. So when you are electing to participate at a special transfer option school, your assignment is just for that school, and there is no priority when you move on to middle or high school. The last point is that parents can only make one choice in the STO lottery. It's important to note that both of these lotteries, their application windows are in the same exact time frame. That has been a change that we have had for the past 5 years, but it is something that's noteworthy just to keep in mind that you would apply all at one time. There would be 2 different applications in your parent portal. Now, as I said, high school acceleration, these programs are designed to accelerate a student's learning through high school into college. Transportation to these programs is the responsibility of the parent or guardian if it is a non-magnet school program. In addition to, there are other when a child applies, the application will be on focus. However, it is a merit-based program, whereas most of our magnet schools are not merit-based in nature. If you want more information, you can go to the High School Acceleration website from duvalcountyschools.org, and there's additional information and videos with regards to their application window. So now that you know that you have all these choices, where are you going to go to learn more information? First and foremost, we encourage all of our families to research their zoned neighborhood school. On our website, there is a school locator. It's a database where you can put in your current residential address, and the database will tell you what your elementary, middle, and high school is for that residential address. We encourage all of our parents to research those schools first, because those may be the schools that are the best fit for your child. Your second resource is going to be our school reference guide, school choice reference guide. This is also on our website. There is a PDF of the reference guide. If you would like a hard copy, we still have some in our office. For this past year, there have been very few changes with regards to school choice over the past year. And if you are a person who likes to write in books and take notes, you are more than welcome to come to our office and collect a reference guide. In addition to, we are there to answer any questions that you may have. Right now, this is a slower period for us, and so wait times are not long at all. So if this is a time where you want to ask us questions, you're more than welcome to come to our office. So school websites and social media. Each school in Duval County Public Schools maintains their own websites. Most have some form of social media, either through the school or through their PTA. These are often good resources to learn more about the school, the climate of the school, and the activities that children partake in. Of course, our flagship event is the Virtual School Choice Expo. That will save the date. That will take place on Saturday, January 8th from 11 to 3 p.m. This year, it will be a virtual event, again, as it was last year. This year, like last, all of our schools will have an opportunity to share with parents multiple times. So each school will be scheduled to talk 3 times to parents. It'll be a situation much like this, where a principal or a teacher or a school-based administrator will share information about the school and then take questions from parents via chat. Again, this is going to be held Saturday, January 8th. This is another great way to preview our schools and learn more. At that time also, you'll be able to learn more information about when schools will have face-to-face tours. This year, schools will have the option of conducting both face-to-face and virtual school tours. If you're not familiar with the lottery process, for our magnet schools, there is a priority for attending a tour that takes place after the School Choice Expo. So that would be a great time to learn more about when the tours are going to be offered and which ones will be face-to-face and which ones will be virtual. So that covers the last point, school visits. The schools are very excited to have parents in their buildings and they are planning accordingly. So we hope that you will too. So the one thing that you have to have moving forward to complete an application for any choice is a parent focus account. Each year we are making great strides for every parent to have a focus account. In addition to applying for schools, parents can apply for buses through Focus, and of course check grades and attendance of their students. So right now is a perfect time for you to make sure you can log into your Focus account and that your child is attached to you. Focus is a computer program, and so from time to time, there are opportunities in which the technology fails us. So this is a great time to double check and make sure that your account is linked to your student's account. If you don't have a Parent Focus account, it is a two-step process where you would apply for an account, you would link your child to your account, and then you would confirm the fact that you are the parent or guardian of that child. In the chat box, I'm going to put the general email address for our office. If you have any questions about Focus and creating an account, we can send you a fact sheet and we can walk you through the process of creating a Focus account so that you can move ahead and be prepared for the application window in January. So as I mentioned before, the number of choices is different for each choice. So magnet schools, you get 2 choices, and for special transfer option schools, you get 1 choice. I want to briefly discuss how the lottery works in that the magnet lottery runs first, followed by the special transfer option lottery. So if you are a family that makes all 3 choices, and if your child receives one of the 2 magnet schools as a seat assignment, then your application will not run for the special transfer option schools. We always get families in the summer who are disappointed that they did not receive a seat at their special transfer option school because that was their first choice and the magnet schools were their second choice. So we do encourage all families to think hard about the choices they make with the knowledge that the magnet lottery will run first. And if your child is seated in either of those magnet choices, then your application in the special transfer option lottery will not run. With that being said, if a family only made 2 magnet choices, the first choice runs first. And if the child is not seated at their first choice school, then they're run for the second choice school. If the child is seated in their second choice school, then they are not waitlisted for their first choice school. So a child can only be given an assignment to 1 magnet school. and a child can only be waitlisted for a magnet school if they do not receive seat assignments to either of their choices. So we do encourage families to think hard and long about the choices that they make with the knowledge of how the lottery works. And as I said, in next month's collaboration with us in Parent Academy, we will review the priorities, and we will review different scenarios and how the lottery works and what the outcome would be based on the choices that a parent would make. Ms. Duncan, if you have a question, you can go ahead and put it in the chat for us if you haven't already done so.
Okay, will do.
So as I said, school choice applications, the application window is January 1st through February 28th. It is not a first come, first serve. It is a true lottery. And so all applications must be turned in via the Parent Focus account, February 28th at 11:59 p.m. So as I shared in the chat, our email address is school_choice@duvalschools.org. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat box now, or feel free to reach out to us during the week. We do monitor the email address every day, and we do have a 48-hour turnaround time. Of course, right now during this time of year, it is much quicker because we are not receiving as many inquiries as we would during the application window. So I saw that Ms. Gadsden had responded to some questions. So the School Choice Expo will be virtual, and there will be a link on the Duval County Public Schools website on our main page that will take you directly to the expo. I already have a Focus account for currently enrolled students. Do you need a new account, or can you add additional children? Yes. So you can include additional children. Thank you for asking that question. You would create a student number for your youngest child if they don't already have one, if they've never been in a Duval County Public School, and then you can link that account, that student account, to your parent account. Miss Duncan, if you could drop me a line on school_choice, I can send you the next steps tomorrow morning, and then you'll be good to go for the next school year. Yes, so a school tour only gives you priority for a magnet school. There are very few priorities for our special transfer option schools. Assignments are traditionally announced early in April. Thank you for that question, Karen. And just to be clear, so we're talking about the lottery for the August 2022 school year. So the only supporting documents that would be needed would be if your child is new to the district, and if we needed materials that support their placement in one of our high schools that requires Algebra 1. So we would need those types of documents. If your child has been in a private Montessori school and you wanted to apply to one of our Montessori schools, then you would need the documents to verify your child's participation in the Montessori program. So King family, if you go ahead and email us at school_choice, we can share with you the steps. We have a flyer that we can share with you that will facilitate your next steps for creating a Focus account. We thank you for your participation this evening. Again, we will be with you again next month, and next month we will discuss priorities and the actual lottery. The lottery is an algorithm that runs And so next month, we will discuss priorities for both our magnet schools and our special transfer option schools. And we'll discuss the lottery process.